Hey, how's it going? Hey, I thought I would go through this time solo that I posted not too long ago, and so yeah, let's check this out here for a minute. So when Gilmore comes in right at the beginning of the solo, he's just hitting an F sharp here at the fourth fret of the D string. I'm using a clean tone right now, but what he's using is a combination of what I understand is a fuzz pedal, and a Benson Echo Rec, which is basically a delay. So right now I'm just going to go with a clean sound so you can kind of hear everything I'm doing. But so I'm starting with the F sharp, and he holds that. So the two big things are he's holding notes a lot throughout the solo, and there's no vibrato really to speak of. There's maybe once or twice when it's being used. For the sake of this, we're going to go no vibrato at all. So 1, 2, 3. Then he kind of does this bend up from the fourth to the sixth fret of the G string. And then he releases it just a little bit and kind of lets the delay do this cool, like, rub effect. Like, it's almost like he's bending up to six, releasing not quite to the fifth fret, but then coming back up. Then he comes back to the second fret, and then does this bend at four, doesn't release it, pauses it, so he takes his fingers off and then goes to the second fret with the index finger. So far we have 2, 3, 4. Back to the second fret. We don't want to hear the bend fall. We just go, pause it. I stop that string with the right hand, as opposed to you want, because then it's a second to the fourth fret hammer on the G string. Then bending downwards at the fourth fret of the D string to the sixth. So he's going fourth to sixth and back. Then he comes up and does this thing where he goes sixth fret of the G going to the fifth fret of the B string. Then he does kind of a quick little trill kind of thing where he's going 5 to 7. And it's not really a set amount, it's just kind of one beat's worth. And he ends that by going fifth fret on the high E to the seventh fret of the B. Then he comes back to the original spot, which is that fourth fret of the D string. Now there he does do the bend in the release, but it's other than that, it's similar to what he did in the first half. So fourth fret, bending up to the sixth fret, then to the second, then back to the four to the six. Now, at this spot, he does this really cool thing that reminds me, honestly, of the song Soul Man by Sam and Dave, where he goes, because if you remember that song, that's how it kind of starts. So he's sliding seventh fret to ninth fret of the G string, and then going to the high E at the ninth fret. 7 to 9 on the G, then 9 on the high E. Then a bend from 9 to 10. Then bending 10 to 12 on the B string. Coming back and going 10, 9 there. Then a quick 9 to 10 and then back bend. So that last note I'm playing is the ninth fret of the G string. And then he's doing the same thing on that note. So now we're kind of through the first quarter of the solo maybe. But we're bending 9th fret to 11th fret, then releasing it just a little bit to maybe the 10th fret. It just adds this really cool tension. So like that. Now, going into this next part, we're coming up here. So 16, 14, 14 on the D, G, and B strings respectively. So we're doing that. 16. Let's see if I can get a better camera view. So he's bending the 17th fret up to 19. Then the pinky comes under to hit the 17 on the high E. So what I'm doing there is I'm going 16, 14, 14. Bend at 17. So after I hit the pinky, I kind of release the B string and then bend back up. Then bring it down. Then I bend the 16th fret of the G string there. Now for this part, what happens is I come up one fret and do a bend. This is kind of actually like a blues thing, but he's putting it into different context here. He's going. So I'm bending with the ring finger at the 17th fret, and then I take that off after I do the first bend. I come off and then bend to the 16. So I go 17, 17, then 16, bend, and then release. 14, back to 16 on the D string. Now I come up to, real quick, I play a 14th fret on the B string before I bend the 17 to 19. So I'm going not bend, 14th fret here at the B string, and then I'm going 17th fret, 17 to 19, then come back and just play it on its own. Now I bend at the 17th fret again. Similar idea as what we just did. Then we go up to the 17th fret of the B string, and we hit that before we bend the 19th fret of the high E. Release the bend. Now here we're going 16, 17, 16. So it's actually a D chord shape on 3 different strings. But you're just playing each note one at a time. Then it's 17 to 19. Then we pick this 3 times, 17th fret of the B string, then slide down to 14.